Good evening, everyone. We're going to go ahead and call to order the County of Sacramento County Planning Commission for April 10th, 2023. Will you please call the roll?
Yes, Commissioners Borja,
Yes, present. Thank you.
Rethel,
Here.
Corona Sabagnano,
Here.
Tatishi, and Wong.
Here.
And we do have a quorum.
And if you'll please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And will you make the announcements for this evening?
Yes, sir. So the county fosters public engagement during the meeting and encourages public participation, civility, and use of courteous language. The county does not condone the use of profanity, vulgar language, gestures, or other inappropriate behavior, including personal attacks or threats directed towards any meeting participant. In-person public comments will be taken first. To make a public comment, please complete a speaker request form and hand it to the clerk. That's me. And the chairperson will call your name when it's your turn to make a comment. If you plan to make a teleconference public comment, you will be kept on mute until the chairperson calls for teleconference public comment. The clerk will unmute you when it's your turn, and you may begin your public comment. You may also send a written comment to boardclerk@saccounty.gov, and your comment will be routed to the board and filed in the record.
All right, item number 1 this evening.
And for item number 1, we have the election of chair and vice chair.
All right, we had this on the agenda. It got pushed off till we had 5 in chambers, but it's been tough getting 5 in chambers, so we're carrying forward this evening. So anyone interested in throwing their name in the hat for chair or vice chair? Commissioner Borja? Oh, I guess we need to actually, sorry, we needed to take action on Commissioner Borja participating remotely.
There's no action to take.
Okay.
I mean, just for the record, we can note that he is participating remotely under the Just Cause exception of the Brown Act. And he's already communicated to the clerk his reasons for being remote.
Thank you, Counsel. All right, Commissioner Borja, you are free to participate now.
Thank you. Thank you, Council.
All right, I'm happy to continue serving as chair if the other commissioners would like.
That's fine.
Second, I nominate Chair Rethel to continue serving as chair. Thank you.
All right, was that a motion there, Commissioner Borja?
I'll move to have you continue
Yes, sir.
as chair.
I was having a motion to have you continue as chair and for the vice chair to also continue serving that position if she would choose to decide.
All right, let's take them one at a time. We'll start with a motion of chair from Commissioner Borja.
And we'll take a roll call vote. Commissioners Borja.
We have a second from Commissioner Wong. Is that?
Us.
Okay, perfect.
So we're going to take it from Commissioner Wong as for the second. Okay, got it. So Commissioners Borja,
Yes.
Rethel,
Yes.
Corona Sabagnano,
Yes.
and Wong.
Yes.
And the motion carries with those members present.
Thank you so much. And we'll move on to vice chair. Should we select Commissioner Tatishi since he's not here?
That'll show.
Anyone want to throw their name in the hat for vice chair? All right, I will move to select Commissioner Wong as vice chair, continue serving as vice chair.
Second.
Do you accept?
I'll accept. Sorry, I just, just to be frank, my reluctance comes from I just accepted a new position that requires a considerable amount of more work. And so, my capacity might be limited at times as a vice chair, just putting that out there. But if no one else is so inclined, I will gladly continue the duties.
All right, we have a motion on the table.
Yes, we do, in a second. So I'll go ahead with the roll call vote. So Commissioners Borja,
Yes.
Rethel,
Yes.
Corona Sabignano,
Yes.
and Wong.
Yes.
And the motion carries. So we have Chair Rethel continuing in his position and Vice Chair Wong continuing in hers. So thank you all.
Thank you. That moves us on to the non-contested portion of the agenda this evening. If you'll please call item number 2.
And for, excuse me, item number 2, we have a use permit and design review. It's located at 900 West National Drive in the Natomas community, and the environmental document is exempt.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Jessica Brandt, Principal Planner, and we do have a presentation on this item if you would like it. It is non-contested, so it's not necessary. And we also have our project manager, Riley Shovels, here, who can answer any questions, and the applicant is present as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody want to listen to the presentation on item number 2 or have any questions for staff related to this item?
I don't need to see a presentation, but I did have one question. I was just curious, what was the previous use of the parcel?
The previous use is the whole parcel. The parcel is like an industrial tenant development, so there's multiple industrial tenants within it. I'm not sure the exact former tenant of the building, but some sort of other industrial use.
Oh, okay, fair
The-
enough.
The applicant might know as well.
Perfect. We can invite the applicant up.
You know? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the applicant does not know. Sorry.
Has it been not in use for a long period of time, I guess?
So my understanding is that it was in use and it became available, and that's why this applicant then moved across the parking lot, because it was more space, a better location for them. So I don't think it was vacant for a long time now.
Oh, okay. Weird. I have no other questions.
All right. Commissioner Borja, any questions on this first item or the second item?
No questions, sir. Thank you.
All right. At this time, would the applicant like to talk, or we address the commission on anything on this item?
Let me get you sworn in. Please raise your right hand, as you're used to doing, and the appropriate response is I do. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give this commission is the truth, so help you God? And if you do not swear, do you so affirm?
I do.
And if you'll
Thank
state
you.
your name for the record and make the statement, I have been sworn.
Thank you.
Okay.
Chair Rayfield, members of the commission, Brian Holloway Land Company. Just want to say thank you to our planner, Riley Scholes, who ushered us through this process really quickly and effortlessly and kept us informed at every step of the way. He's been great to work with, and please give him a raise. Thank you.
Perfect. And are you in agreement with all of the conditions?
We're good with all the conditions, yes. Basically, to answer your question, the zoning code changed from when they were located on one side of the aisle, and when they relocated to the other side of the aisle, the zoning code changed and required a use permit if you have a forklift. And they invented the electric forklift, and they repair those in their site. That's why we're here. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and open up public comment.
And there are no public comments.
And we'll close public comment and move to deliberation.
I move approval of staff recommendation for this one. I live close to this site, and I think the use is consistent. I don't see any issues with it.
All right, we have a motion.
Second.
All right, we have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? If you'll please call the roll or give us the opportunity to vote on the screen, either way.
You know, well, we've got one who's not in chambers, so yeah. So Commissioners Borja,
Yes.
Raythel,
Yes.
Corona Sabignano,
Yes.
and Wong.
Yes.
And it carries with all members, with the members that are present.
All right, thank you so much. That concludes item number 2. If you'll please go ahead and call item number 3.
Item number 3 is for use permit and design review, located at 2760 Fulton Avenue, approximately 820 feet south of Marconi Avenue, in the Arden Arcade community, and the environmental document is exempt. It's exempt.
Okay, thank you. Jessica Brandt, once again. Similar to item 2, for item 3, it is non-contested. However, we do have a presentation if you'd like it. And the project manager, Irving Huerta, is here to answer any questions, and the applicant is available as well.
Sounds good. Any questions for staff or desire to hear the presentation this evening? All right, sounds good. And do we have the applicant here this evening? Step on up. If you want to address the commission, you're more than welcome to this evening. And clerk will get you sworn in first.
Okay, thank you. And do you, oh goodness, and the appropriate responses I do is, do you swear that the testimony you're about to give this commission is the truth so help you God? If you do not swear, do you so affirm?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and if you could state your name for the record and make the statement, I have been sworn.
I've been sworn.
And your
Thank
name
you.
is?
Thank you. My name, Javed Siddiqui,
Thank you, sir.
JTS Engineering.
Good evening. Did you have any comments on the project you wanted to share with us, or?
Just that we've been working with staff, and like the previous speaker said, we had a very good experience working with them. They're doing a good job, and we thank you very much. Any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer.
Any questions for the applicant this evening? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll move over to public comments.
And there are no public comments.
All right, commission deliberation.
Move staff recommendation.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further deliberation on this project? All right, will you please call the roll?
Okay, Commissioners Borja,
Yes.
Rethel,
Yes.
Corona Savignano.
Yes.
And Wong.
Yes.
And the motion carries with those members present.
All right, with that, we'll move on to the planning director's report.
Sorry, I was congratulating staff. Jessica Brandt, I do not have a planning director's report. Thank you.
All right, any scheduling items to speak of?
I don't believe so. We do have items scheduled for the next couple of planning commissions. Should probably start thinking about summer and whether folks will be out over the summer. So if you're starting to make your plans, maybe next time we can talk about that.
Sounds good. Anyone going to be out on the 24th or know they're going to be out?
Commissioner Savignano, I believe Corona
Yes.
Savignano.
Yes, I will be, but I can, if it's allowed, I can participate remotely.
Well, if you, under the criteria that I sent out last week, so just cause or emergency circumstances, did you get that?
I did. I'll take a
Email?
look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else for the 24th? And looking forward to the following one. Anybody, just so we can get it out there now? Anybody for the 8th, May 8th? No, they're going to be out yet? Cool. Just nice to know ahead of time. All right, we'll move on to public comments.
And there are no public comments this evening.
All right, that will have us adjourned at 5:50 p.m. Thank you, everyone.